Coming to you from the Amazon Games community team, it's the Lost Ark Academy Debate Club with your host, straight out of the Roxx box, it's Roxx.
Welcome to the Lost Ark Academy Debate Club. This is where our contestants debate to prove they have what it takes not to be a Mokoko. I'm Roxx, and I'm here to make sure nobody gives away any story spoilers. Right, Mokoko?
None of it dies.
Shut the f*** up! Shut up, please. Thank you. Let's bring out our creator debaters for another episode. First up, we have Stoopzz.
Yeah, Roxx, I brought you a flower.
Didn't make it very far. Okay, thanks for trying, I guess. Next up, we have Bobajenny. Okay, we're bringing out Grenton. And finally, we have Datmodz.
Let's go, Mr. Bond.
Why am I clapping for myself?
Because you're worth it.
You're pumped. You always gotta be your #1 fan. True.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right, let's get into it with our 2v2 warm-up debate. Your teams are Datmodz and Grenton versus Stoopzz and Bobajenny. Today, your warm-up topic is which continent in Lost Ark has the best story? You two are going to be arguing for Algacia. You two are going to be arguing for Rowan. Give you all a minute to strategize. Think about that lovely story.
Okay.
Regret pressing G.
I'll talk about the epicness of the fight. That's the finale to finally all the arcs, and that's like...
So we're a few episodes in now, and you're probably wondering where you can watch all of these creators outside of the Lost Ark Academy Debate Club. Well, Stoopzz, Datmodz, Bobajenny, and Grenton all stream and create content on Twitch TV. So you can hop in, give them a follow, watch their own live streams, and even join their own communities after you're done watching the show. I'm sure they'd really appreciate it, and if you join, be sure to tell them you came from the debate club. We'll see you over there. All right, now let's get back to the real show at hand. All right, it looks like everyone's ready, so let's get right into it. You guys can begin.
Algacia.
Okay, how can he not like Rowan? Indigenous
I didn't
people
like Rowan.
fighting?
She asked me what the best story was.
Okay,
Algacia.
how can you not like this? How can you not cheer for it? Rowan, you have the underdog. They're fighting for their rights, their freedom, their land.
And not only that, it's not like Algacia where you met all these characters at the beginning of the game, right, through Lutera and all this stuff. This is a zone where you come in, you meet these characters instantly, you form an attachment to them, and then they just go ahead and throw it all in the trash can, and then you hate them. You never have seen anywhere in Lost Ark that you build an attachment and a hatred for characters as fast as
Good story,
Rowan.
but it's a little too short. This is the finale of a season-long game, right?
But no one likes the ending of something.
The end of this is the finale to the game. The whole time when you're doing the quest, you see the 7th arc on the top right of your screen. People would come in my chat and say, Stoopzz, how do I find the 7th arc? It's in Algacia. It has the most epic fight scenes in the entire game. It's got amazing music. You see Armin, where'd he go?
The song's
Where'd he go?
in
He's
Loa
back.
on.
Armin. It is true, but no one likes the end of a journey. And you have to admit, the Osphere arc and Rowan actually gets your emotions going. The ultimate betrayal. You think
I wouldn't know
someone
because
is
I
there to
shift
help
G
you.
literally everything, but that's how good this story was. It was so good that I watched all of the cutscenes. It's amazing. Okay, it's the finale of the game.
I think you probably shift G to Algacia too, and you just had Saint.
I watched the cutscenes. Okay, I watched the cutscenes.
You watch Laura.
The music video also very good,
Yeah,
Bobajenny.
it's in Loa on, and it's like a nice song that ties everything together. It's
And
like,
Rowan has good
No one
music
cares
too.
about Rowan, man.
But just
like
think
Rowan.
think how sad you get when like your favorite season of a show ends or something like
Yeah,
that.
but the finale is really important, right? That's what you remember. When something ends, you always think about the finale, and that's like the thing that sticks in your
save
mind.
the
And that's a
best
good
for
you
ending.
get
last.
depressed because you can't.
It's a
like,
great
what's
ending.
next?
Great song, great cutscenes. It's over, and also a great dungeon along with it. What are you getting, Rowan? You get Phoenix off screen. Okay, no one likes that, right?
We're not talking about the gameplay. We're talking about the
I'm just
story.
saying that you associate that content with the gameplay, and that's what it is.
Whoa.
Rowan has Osphere.
Yeah.
Rowan has Osphere.
Kadan,
That is
the
enough
biggest
for me
Giga
to
Chad in the
end this
game.
debate.
It does
Nobody
nothing.
likes endings, but I'm putting one here. We're gonna cut to commercial, and when we come back, we'll have our 1v1 debate.
1v1v1v1.
Rowan doesn't have story dungeons though.
If you love gravity-defying architecture, adorable animal friends, and winged warriors battling the forces of evil, look no further than the beautiful floating city of Elgasia. Mention this ad and receive half off our immersive VR experience. Elgasia, a place for lovers and big-ass sky whales.
All right, welcome back. It is time for a 1v1 debate. You know how it goes. Contestant 1 gets a minute, contestant 2 gets a minute, contestant 1 gets another minute, contestant 2 gets another minute. So, Grenton and Datmodz, today's topic is, are sidereal weapons worth it? You know, Datmodz, you're going to argue for sidereal weapons. Grenton, you will argue against them. I'll give you both a minute to strategize.
What do you think, Bobajenny?
I feel it depends on what you want to get out of the game, so I can see the pros and cons of both sides, but I feel like it would be a little bit difficult to get them, so when you do, it's a flex.
I think worth is a subjective word, right? They're definitely not worth it to me, that's for sure. But, you know, if someone's got one, I think it's pretty sweet, I guess. You know, it's this big glowy weapon that does a bunch of damage.
The flex.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not bad.
All right, debaters, you're looking pretty ready. Are you feeling pretty ready?
I'm ready.
You ready? All right.
Hey, no way.
Datmodz, I feel like you have a little bit of a challenging topic, so I will give you the floor first. Your minute starts now.
So I'm arguing pro sidereal weapons. Honestly, they're the coolest thing in the game. They're very unique. They incorporate different characters that you meet throughout the entire story. They give you their powers that are extremely strong. Die rain, temporary buff for you and then your party once you get extra 8. So that's huge for burst classes. A Nana, it gives you a heal, and if you die, it'll resurrect you. Balthor, a shield and knock immune that's very, very useful in all raids. Really the only downside of the sidereal weapons is the cost. Outside of that, they're very unique. Their weapon glows are very distinct and iconic. You could see someone with one of those weapons from far away. And they're very beneficial overall to the power of your group. So outside of that, I think honestly, the idea and the concept of sidereal weapons is one of the coolest things that Lost Ark has. The only downside could be the cost.
All right, Grenton, you have 1 minute to make your argument.
You did a pretty good sales pitch for the pros of a sidereal weapon, and you kind of just danced around the cons. But to determine if something's worth it, you need to do a cost-benefit analysis. And when you look at the cost of a sidereal weapon, for someone like yourself who likes playing a lot of classes, for that same price, you can completely max out your entire roster. So you can get a lot more enjoyment out of the game by having this wide variety of roster to play with your friends, your community, whereas if you just throw all of that into a sidereal weapon, cool, you have one weapon on your one character, and you might make 7 other people happy, but that's about it. So the amount of investment you need to get that sidereal weapon to the point where it's even better than the regular gear is way too much to even have a conversation that if it's worth it or not.
Okay.
All right, Datmodz, you have 1 minute for your response.
The one thing that you have to remember, cost is subjective from person to person. Everyone values money differently. Everyone has different amounts of money. So some people, Lost Ark is their hobby. It's something that they enjoy, and they're willing to put that money into the game. And it gives them something cool, something that's iconic. It gives you a power boost. And quite frankly, if someone had a sidereal weapon, they applied to your party, would you deny them?
They're a Sork.
How dare you?
And it does give a marginal power boost. It's not a super insane power boost from what you get at the free-to-play player or anything else like that. It's just one of those cool, like little showcase collectible items that you could get. And you can get it over time free-to-play, which is very, very unlikely. But they do give you free energies from clearing Brawl Shot the hard mode. You get 3 of them, and then over time, like 9 or 10 months, you could get 30 free sidereals too. So 33 free ones, then you still need like 50 plus more. But anyways, it is a really cool item. The only downside is the cost. And you'll bring anyone with a sidereal weapon to your raids. It's just absolutely amazing for progging.
Not anyone.
All right.
Almost anybody.
All right, Grenton, you have 1 minute for your final response.
Okay, well, like you said, right? The weapon is very iconic and it's very cool, and you can technically earn it free to play plus like you are. But I think that if the weapon itself was more accessible to a wide variety of players, and it was a genuine long-term goal that wasn't kind of gated behind, exorbitant amounts of money or having to rely on other players selling you the energy on the auction house, and it was something that you could actually genuinely grind, kind of like Ignia tokens, then it would definitely be worth it. But yeah, money is subjective, and I don't think even the richest person will tell you it's a good investment. It's just a fun investment. So I don't think it's worth it, but it is a very cool weapon.
All right, sounds like that was our debate. So I'm gonna bring over the spectators so we can discuss and decide our winner. All right, so thank you for joining me. That was a very challenging debate topic, but I'm curious to know what you both thought.
I think Datmodz is always getting shafted and getting the hard topics.
Yeah, but he's a good sport and he makes some really good arguments as well.
Yeah, I guess worth is subjective, and if you really want to get something and you enjoy playing the game and you want it, then it's worth it to you. But I also see what Grenton's saying, that if you were going to even invest that much into the game, there's lots of other ways that you can spend your gold.
Bobajenny, how are you feeling?
I mean, at this point, I think so many players think Lost Ark is their hobby, and it's absolutely mine. So I can kind of get behind how people would want to invest in a sidereal weapon. But at the end of the day, they both made really, really good points. I can see both pros and cons. It's kind of one of those situations where you kind of see both sides, and to me, it's very, very subjective as well.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
Can I have a sidereal weapon?
No. With that, I will send you
Give it a
back,
shot.
and we will declare our winner. Grenton,
What's up?
Datmodz, Grenton,
Datmodz,
Grenton again,
Datmodz,
Grenton,
Grenton.
Grenton.
Roxx.
You are not a Mokoko. Datmodz is the Mokoko. He did have the hard topic. He made really great arguments
see that
for
one
why
coming.
they're cool,
Yeah, I know.
but unfortunately the question is, are they worth it? So, Grenton had the stronger debate there, but thank you for being a good sport.
I still love you, Mr.
Anytime.
Mods.
Anytime.
Let's keep on giving me the hard questions. I'll take them all.
I will absolutely do that. All right, thank you for joining us on this week's episode of Lost Ark Academy Debate Club. And don't worry, it doesn't matter how many hard topics we give Datmodz, because none of this actually matters. None of this matters until the live series finale, where the community will vote on who is and who is not a Mokoko. All right, we'll see you next week.
Yeah!
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and subscribe to our channel so we can keep bringing you more Lost Ark content.